What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 60 plus Civ AI only world battle. We're getting towards the end now. 30 turns of till the results, and then I'll push it on to 400 as soon as possible. After that, it'll obviously take a ridiculously long time. I would say probably be a week after the final episode or something till I get it done. Because obviously when I'm doing that as well, I can't really do anything else either. Can't. That just takes up way too much, that processing. Can't make other videos or anything, obviously, or edit anything at the same time. So, yeah, that normally just, it'll get done. I normally do like 25 turns a day or something for like an hour, or however long. Probably take a bit longer than that, especially the later ones. But that's normally the plan, and then like after a week or so, I'll put it out. But yeah, we'll try and do that, and obviously if it crashes or anything, which thank goodness it hasn't yet, then obviously we'll have to consider that. This game actually did at the start, but I think I did something wrong. I think that was my fault, not the game. But there's plenty going on. Still, it's still very close, and the city just fell, and I have no idea. Oh, the Inca retook Hawaii, or southern Hawaii. Attila has just completed the Manhattan project, so he's still very much in the race with some nukes. There's plenty going on. We've got big wars between Arabia with Mercuria and India. They're actually doing some damage to this city. Don't think they'll be able to keep it if they got it, but interesting. Brazil, who's getting very small because the Incas now hitting them with Citadel. Oh no, Sao Paulo is just one tile. Oh no, there's a few tiles up there. They've been completely cut off, and they do have their own great general. I don't know. See, if they had open borders, which they're probably not going to get, they could slap it down and get some land back. But obviously they've got to get those open borders. It's going to be quite difficult. The Chinook, I think they're at war with Australia, aren't they? Are they? I don't know. I think so. Yeah, they are. Australia is trying to kick people out of Australia. New Zealand, though, is almost certainly going to grab Sydney. What? Where'd they get all these units from? I don't know. I thought they ran out of steam last time. Again, maybe not. They still have a chance then. Although not really. I don't know. These boats aren't great. Like that privateer just killed one. The Galleasses will probably die in one hit from the city. I can't imagine they're great. But New Zealand do have their first plane. So maybe that's some hope. We'll see. Sydney is starving. They were all at 20 at one point. That is no longer the case. Great Britain is obviously now free to gear up to do something new. Finished off with Spain. Grab some new cities as well. Just plopping them in there. Oxford, Newcastle, Liverpool. Just build more boats basically. It's probably the goal. Bristol up there. Tiny little island. Yeah, we'll probably see them build more boats. We'll see what they get up to. Mali is obviously having some success against the Congo now. Since, the Congo killed Benin. But Mali came sort of, Mali was already at war with the Congo, but they didn't border them before. Now they are actually making a bit of an effort, which will be a bit scary. Okay, Arabia, what do you got? Are you going to grab this? No, I didn't think so. Aztecs are still alive, just about. Just hanging on in here. India's response, let's see what they get up to. Siam are defending pretty well. Not that Indonesia are doing too much to them. Yeah, they killed a few boats, and I think this is going to be... I don't think anyone's going to win this one. I think that will stay as a sort of a tie. The Iroquois and Mali aren't really attacking each other too much across here. Russia doesn't start anything just yet. Still going, the Songhai. They're not out of this one yet. Wonder when it's coming. You gotta feel like one of these two. Mali, obviously they're busy at the moment. Mercuria is busy as well. To be fair, I think the Songhai might have more units. Obviously there's planes here, it's hard to know. Yeah, maybe the Songhai are stronger than Mercuria, who knows? Probably not. Sweden's still doing okay up in the corner. Not out of it yet. Britain looks like they have open borders with Russia and Poland if they're over here, so they could come over and actually look at all these planes. Yeah, it looks like they might be considering going after Sweden or Berlin. Both would be doable. Poland v Russia is obviously something I think everyone wants to see. Sadly, I can't force it. There's no way for me to do that, actually. People seem to believe there is, unless I'm completely mistaken. I don't think so. like the in-game editor, you can like be the Civ and give them units, but you can't actually become them. As far as I'm aware, I'm stuck as Venice. Up in the corner here. Atomic Era for Mercuria. They're still doing quite well. I guess they've got good sort of science and stuff, some big cities, got railroads, just good infrastructure. They look terrible on low settings, but they do have them. Give them some credit for that, I guess. Australia, are they going to grab this? Nope, they're trying so hard, but they might lose their capital if they're not careful, although Australia's got a load of new boats turned up out of nowhere, and that should be the end of it, although the Chinook will now probably take it instead, because they're a lot stronger, a lot more likely to take it. Okay, the city of Mbanza Congo is holding on for now. We'll see. Britain's turn. Are they gonna start anything? Go on, you know you want to. Doesn't look like it. No. Wonder if, are the Jar still going for Hawaii? No, it's been cleared up now. I won't be getting that again. I mean, it's okay. There's still a few battleships, but yeah, I don't think they've got any. They haven't got anything to take the city over with, so that probably won't happen. But I don't really know why they're going after Hawaii. There's so many better things they could be doing. Korea is the obvious example. I think Mongolia might actually be attacking them, because these Japanese... Oh no, I think that might have been Korea. Maybe shooting back at Japan. Because these submarines shouldn't be able to do anything. People who've got the most money, Mercuria's got 25k just stashed away. 20k for Mali. Then it's quite a big drop down to Arabia with 12,000. Anyone else? 0. Rhodesia, India, Aztecs, the Zulu, Corral. The Khazar have got 1 gold. Solid amount. Whole 1. Just what you need. Right then, here we go. Come on, one of these civs. Russia, Mongolia, the Khazar, the Huns. So I'm just going to get something going. Poland and the UK, you're all in the same bracket here. Just do something, because I do not want to have to pick between you. That is going to be super difficult. Yeah, that won't be easy at all. Iroquois, still going after the Inca, but not too much really going their way. No major success. They now have plenty of boats. The UK lost that advantage. They also have plenty of land units. Probably too many. That's pretty ridiculous. Tanks, land ships, artillery. Poor old Sioux. I don't know why they've not gone after the Aztecs again, by the way. Don't really know what's stopping them. I think they will definitely make an appearance, potentially in the top 10. I think they just look kind of bad, obviously, compared to the Iroquois and the Chinook, who are their big neighbours, but compared to everyone else, they're actually pretty good. Like they're up there. If they were like, I don't know, in Europe, they'd be doing pretty well, obviously. They're not, but you got to think about it, you know, in other ways, I guess. And I mean, the Iroquois still haven't gone after them all this time. It's not happened. When they teamed up and took out Texas right at the beginning, I was like, that's bad, Sioux. You've made the wrong choice. Should have gone after the Iroquois. But here we are. They're still living, cohabiting, all 3 of them in North America. All powerhouses, potentially all going to be in the top 10. Not set on anything. I don't really know. I'm going to probably use score, and then so you guys can vote on who comes exactly where. So Australia, are they? I think they might be about to take this. No. Oh, but the Chinook's definitely probably going to take them out, so it doesn't really matter in the end. So right, Sydney and Brisbane, both in the yellow. I don't know if the Chinook have been this turn, but we'll find out very soon. May as well hang around, just in case. There isn't too many sieges actually going on at the moment. Not really any wars breaking out. Go on, Great Britain. You know you want to. Do something. Go after Sweden. Like just keep expanding. Obviously, I imagine they might fight Poland eventually. Very excited for what the map's going to look like in another 130 turns. Be pretty ridiculous. Processing turn for the Jar. What are they doing anything? No, not really. I don't know why they don't go after Korea. I think Mongolia must be involved, but just not really doing much. I guess they can't see to use these planes. They are just killing the units that stumble on through, which aren't too many. Oh, it was 1992 in the game. We're drawing closer to the year 2000. There's plenty going on. Plenty of war. All that good stuff. At least in a Civ game. Good stuff. Upcoming session. What are they doing? Embargo Brazil. Oh, as if it wasn't tough enough on Brazil already. Then how can it be embargoed? That is brutal. Look at this. It's ridiculous. They don't, like, they can see El Dorado. That's all. They can't have it. They can just see it. Look out at it. Stare at it. But nothing more. That's so savage. And then the Iroquois. That's a big one, actually. I didn't think of that. I didn't see where they were on that list of who had the most money saved up. I assume if they get embargoed, they won't be able to pay for all of these units. Maybe some will start to get deleted. That can make things interesting. Obviously, a standing army tax would be an interesting one to implement, although I think that would affect quite a few of the civs. That would be interesting. Right, Mongolia's turn. What are you up to? Not too much. They still have a Lancer, which is new city. That's kind of cool. Just like spotting new things in there. The Huns, not doing too much. Egypt, they're fine. Nothing's going on. There's not that much going on, to be honest. There's plenty going on, but there's no cities really being sieged, apart from in Australia. And I don't know when the Chinook fit into the turns path. I don't think they've been this turn, because mods haven't gone yet, but I assume they'll go soon. I don't know how some of these civs are still around. Like, how are the Zulu still here? Surely Rhodesia and the Congo would have taken them out by now. It doesn't really make sense. Chile, still chilling here. Not really chilling. See what I did there? Didn't intend to do that. I noticed afterwards. Chilling, Chile. Just sat here doing nothing. Argentina's got a few planes. I don't know what was the point in putting all these great generals down. Like, why didn't you just conquer it? Like, now it's going to be worthless and starved. Just made no sense at all, really. I get it was kind of funny, maybe, but yeah, it was kind of pointless in the end. And there you go, the Chinook grabbed Brisbane, and with it, I'm guessing a big chunk. It looks like from the minimap, big chunk. Yeah, big chunk of Northern Australia, including their wonder, Uluru. So that's a big win for the Chinook. I mean, if they conquer Australia, that is going to be really impressive. Obviously, how far could they go? I think at the moment they're probably sat in like 4th place. I'm guessing maybe just probably behind the UK, or maybe close to the UK, I don't know. But yeah, if they could conquer all of Australia or something as well, or most of it, maybe leave Arabia in the corner, then all of a sudden they are going to be very scary in the Pacific Ocean for the next 125 turns or whatever. That's going to be quite something to keep an eye on, because obviously they'll probably just set their sights on New Zealand. I don't think they're too forgiving in terms of who helped them out. Maybe India could be an easy target here, these islands. Indonesia becomes much more of an option once you have Australia producing boats for you. Japan is still an option they've not really explored in terms of who they could go after. So I'm going to do 4 episodes a turn, so it'll be a bit longer than 15 minutes, which is fine. But what was I going to say? So that means 274, 278, 282, 286 is 3, 290. So that's about 5 more episodes, about 1 more week till we get to 300. There'll then be like a day's worth of votes in the community tab to sort out the placings, and then it'll probably come back and that'll be the thing. There'll be the term 400. But yeah, so there's probably a week to go. So if you are maybe getting a bit bored, there you go. There's not too long left. Should be 4 turns an episode. It'll probably stay about the same till the end. And then the last one might be a little bit longer, just to put in the results. And I think there's 2 extra turns that need to be squeezed in somewhere. Korea has denounced Australia. Seoul is in the yellow, so Mongolia is starting to maybe... I assume it's got to be Mongolia, because these submarines can't do anything. Unless it's the Jar, and they're just being really ineffective. I think it must be Mongolia doing that. We're not going to get a single new war this episode? Is that really going to happen? Don't really know how. The AI have been so aggressive for most of the game. Been definitely very entertaining. But this one seems like maybe not. Oh, okay, so the Congo is in the yellow, so they might lose their capital. That would be a big blow, and a big win for Mali. I mean, if they can get everything, I'd put them right back in contention. Chinook just did something. The Manhattan Project for them. Interesting. Getting closer. India and Arabia still going at it, but no cities gonna fall. And there we go. Oh, and Sydney, and it goes to the Chinook, not New Zealand. So there you go. That is Australia's capital. And now they only have Melbourne. If that falls, Australia would have been eliminated, which I think is the first when I've used them. Obviously, normally I kind of use them as a placeholder, just because if not, someone like Mongolia will always get Australia and just be really strong if I leave it empty. So I put them in there. You know, I don't expect them to ever win. I mean, there's no reason they couldn't. It's just, it's not like as good an island as maybe it looks based on size. You know, the UK is still in a better spot than, as we're seeing, than Australia, for example. But yeah, I imagine the Chinook will take them out, and that'll be quite interesting because they will have a whole new amount of land and resources. Could probably get a lot more from it too. They could probably build railroads. I mean, Australia, I don't know what it is with the AI. They've not really built anything. Like, I don't know if it's because I can't see it, but like, there's resources that aren't mined in there. These could be a lot better, right? You could put farms here, grow things out more. Still having desert is probably not that effective. I'm sure you could do a lot better with what you have. And maybe the Chinook will do that. For example, like a cocoa plantation. Even if they just sell it for money. You know, anything will do. But that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.